Hey guys, what is up? I am Double Driven. Some cards were released right before the final Gwent Open. These were the cards that were released by Pavel and Jason. First one up was Regis, Bloodlust. Damage an enemy unit by 4. Death Blow, banish it. So cards that come to mind on this, Coral. They play Coral, you play this, no more Coral. They can't put it back in their deck with Lippy. I'm all for it. Anything though, as long as it's at 4 strength. Old Spear Tip, you knock it down to 4 strength. Regis, it's gone. Regis is taking it out. Kind of like a power creep thing here with Ifrit, but it's got a different effect. So, and it's a permanent effect. So this thing just, it's gone. Regis is taking it out. Love the art on this. I can only imagine what the premium's going to look like. Very cool card. Like it a lot. Next one is Portal. This is a summon 2 random units with 4 provision costs from your deck, both sides of this unit. Things to remember with this card: you don't want to play cards with deploy effects. They will not trigger. Cards you want: engine cards like Nausicaa Sergeant, cards with orders. If there's any cards with orders, you want to play those. But cards with a deploy effect will not happen with this card. So make sure you take that into consideration before you play it. Really cool card. If this card does start seeing a lot of play, that Vivine Artifact Destroyer card is going to pop up as well, because that makes that a 14-point play. That's huge. Really cool card, really cool design. Everybody likes thinning. You just got to make sure that you put the right cards in there. Next one, Proto Flutter. Damage an enemy unit by 3. Dominance, drain an enemy unit by 3 instead. So no matter what, you're getting a 4 for, how many provisions is this? 9. Okay. So you're getting 4 for 3. You're getting 7 out of 9. But if you get that drain effect, it's a little bit better. The dominance, you have to have the highest unit on the board. If you're playing that bleeding effect stuff, it's gonna pop off. It's gonna happen. I like the card. The provision cost is kind of high though. We'll have to wait and see. I should probably move myself over here. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty decent, but the provision cost makes it a little bit awkward. Next one, the Crimson Curse. This card is bananas. Destroy an allied unit, then spawn Blood Moon on both rows and set its turn limit equal to the destroyed unit's power. It doesn't tell you what the Blood Moon does. I'm going to say it's going to boost all vampires. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't hear what they were saying when they had the stream, but I did hear though that Thaw doesn't clear this. I'm sure they're going to change that, but yeah, it's a huge swing. If this is a constant, basically your opponent's losing strength and you're gaining strength on top of a weather effect, that's going to be massive. I love the art on this too. A couple people mentioned it kind of looks like what's his name, Kurt Russell. Great card. 12 provisions. I'll take it all day if it's a double Blood Moon. I don't care if it does anything. I'll just sit there and look at it. Damien de la Tour. Refresh your leader's ability orders. You're probably going to want to use this with Yan Calvé. It might be the way for Yan to make it back into the meta, getting to play 2 cards out of your deck, getting to like play them like that. Seems pretty decent. 13 provisions, kind of high, but I really think that I mean, you can use this with a mirror too. I mean, you double play a mirror, and it's gonna be a huge swing. But I like it. I think it's a cool design. It's going to help out some of the Nilfgaard leaders that aren't as good. So I'm all for it. Next one, the Duchess's Informant. Transform a unit into a base copy of a bronze enemy unit. So this is Nilfgaard. This is going to go along with that Assimilate deck. So it seems like an okay card. I mean, it's kind of like your Slave Infantry. You know, you're able to switch things around. This is probably going to help you out with damaged cards like that. So you could flip something over and possibly get regular good strength out of it. Have to see how the Assimilate deck functions, but as of right now, it seems it's 4 provisions, and a 4 provision Slave Infantry sounds good to me. I'll take it. Next one, Knighthood. Split 6 boost randomly between all units on an allied row. This is screaming Tridam Infantry. It's going to be so lit. I mean, you're just going to play this on a row. You play two Tridam Infantries on this row. You're getting 6 buffs, and you're doing 6 damage. It's a 12-point play. I think it's a no-brainer if you're playing some type of buff deck with Meve. It seems like it's a one of maybe something you could put in with, what's her name? I forget her name. The one that plays spells on the range row. She pulls them from your deck. Can't think of it right now, but I love the card. I love the art. I think it's great. I think it'll help out Nilfgaard or Northern Realms a lot. Next one, a couple people were saying this is JJ Pasic, but it's Code Kudak, Human Knight. Purify adjacent units. We'll have to wait and see if the bleeding deck's going to take the world by storm. You might see this card just because it's going to purify 2 things next to each other. That gets rid of the bleeding effect. It gets rid of the boosts that are on it and stuff like, not the boost, but the other positive effects, but at least you'll get rid of that bleeding. Next one, Waters of Broccolon. This is a mystical. This is a new tag to spells for Scoia'tael. It's Scoia'tael exclusive, I believe. It's spawn and summon a Dryad fledgling to an allied row. If you control the Dryad, spawn and summon 2 Dryad fledglings to an allied row instead. So if you have a Dryad already, you're pulling 2 of these and they have the Harmony tag. So these are both going to be bumping up as you play different cards. This card I think is going to be really, really good for Nilfgaard. And the next card actually synergizes with it. It's Fave. Play a mystical card from your deck. More than likely there's more than one mystical. I could see there being like, there's going to be at least more than 2. There has to be for this to be a thing with a new tag and everything. They had to have introduced more. So using this to play this 20 provisions, it's going to depend on how that Harmony is going to pop off. We're just going to have to wait and see. Beautiful art here. I can only imagine what this premium looks like. Next card. This card is a hammer. I love it. Skellige just knocks it out of the park with this stuff this time. Sigvald orders damage a unit. A unit. That's positive or negative, your side or theirs. Cooldown 1. Berserk, damage a unit by 2 instead. So if this thing drops down to 3, you're hitting for 2 apiece. You play Herald Houndsnout. Herald Houndsnout dies. You play this thing. They have to answer this. You can ping the skulls from Herald, the Wilfred and stuff, or you could start hitting their stuff. This card is so versatile and key for self-wounding. It's auto-include. I think it's auto-include anyways. If you're playing Herald Houndsnout, you have to play this card, I think, because it just synergizes it so well. It's going to keep the skulls in play. You could still use your Croc or whatever to ping other things. He's going to take care of the skulls. If you don't kill it and you drop it below 3, it's hitting for 2. It's just, I think it's amazing. The art on it is awesome. I'm ready. I'm ready for Skellige, man. I'm all in this time. Skellige, I love vampires, man, but the way these Skellige cards are coming through, man, I'm ready. I'm ready. 10 out of 10 on this card right here. And then I think it's Nut the Callous. Damage an allied unit to the right by half its power, then damage an enemy unit by that amount. So all these cards with the Berserk tag, you're going to activate that Berserk, and then you're going to hit that opponent for that amount of strength. Kind of like another Cyclops type thing. You're going to get 6 points. Just say, for example, you use it on one of the regular wolves that are 4 strength. It turns into a 5. So you picked up 11. They lose 2. It's a 13-point play for 8 provisions. I'm bad at math, but I think that's correct. It just seems awesome. And then somebody else noted something here on the bottom that Nut is the son of Ulf, and has a Jarl moniker fit so well. I don't know. It's kind of hard to read it on this. I got this off Reddit, but whoever this guy is, his father might be the new Nilfgaard or Skellige leader. These were the cards that were revealed though on the open, guys. Let me know what you guys think of it. Which one's your favorite? I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of Marvel movies. So one thing about the Marvel movies is if you stay to the end, you get something out of it. So you stuck it through to the end. Here's your teaser. Tomorrow on this channel, you might see a card leak here. You heard it here first. And that's all possible because of you guys supporting me. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.